We're now 7 weeks from Election Day, and Colorado state lawmaker races will be watched nationwide.
Right now, Democrats hold control of the House, Senate, and governor's office in our state. So let's break down the balance of power in Colorado.
In the state House, Democrats hold a 17-seat majority, and that's really not expected to change much. Now, what Republicans have their sights set on is the state Senate. Denver 7's Megan Lopez digs into why Senate seats could more easily turn this year.
No matter which side of the aisle you're on, there's a lot at stake for the midterm election. It's not just the balance of power in Congress on the ballot, but also control of the state legislature. Because of the close split between Republicans and Democrats currently,
there's a good case to be made that the state Senate is within reach.
Right now, Democrats hold 21 seats in the state Senate compared to the Republicans' 14, after Senator Kevin Priola announced he was switching parties to Democrat. Of the Senate's 35 seats, 17 are up for re-election, and because of redistricting,
some districts that didn't seem competitive before, all of a sudden you might be living in a district that could be a 50-50 district.
Even if Republicans win nothing else, they could have a lot of power by winning the Senate.
If Republicans can pull off control of the state Senate, they can block a lot of Democratic initiatives.
It's why there's so much focus on this chamber.
Flipping one of the chambers will make it just a completely different legislative session.
Of the 17, 6 seats are very likely to be won by Republicans, while 4 are very likely to be won by Democrats, leaving both parties scrambling over just 7 districts. Like Senate District 3 in Pueblo, held by Nick Heinrichsen, who was appointed to the seat after then-President Leroy Garcia left for a job at the Pentagon. Or Senate District 8, that includes mountain towns like Steamboat. Also competitive, District 11, that includes parts of Colorado Springs, District 15, that covers parts of Larimer and Boulder counties, District 20, that includes parts of Jefferson County like Evergreen, District 24 in Adams County, including Thornton, and District 27 in Centennial and Aurora. Data from the Independent Legislative Redistricting Commission gives Democrats a slight advantage in 6 of these areas.
For the most part, there aren't that many options for Republicans to pick up. There's just not that many really close.
Money is another major factor.
The spending is remarkable this year. I mean, I think we are already setting records.
As of a September 19th financial filing, the Republican candidates in those 7 races raised a total of $848,000, while those 7 Democrats have raised a combined $985,000.
Your money goes a lot further in a state legislative race.
Independent committees have invested millions more in these races.
There are folks that are giving that are playing at a level that we have never heard of before.
So despite a packed ballot this year, the state Senate might be the one to watch. Megan Lopez, Denver 7.